Outward.
But that outward beauty is superficial.
Consequently.
In college, time is scarce, and consequently very precious.
Entertain.
And hey, we'd still have TV to entertain us.
Withstand.
The fire suit can withstand heat up to 1,300 degrees.
Anthropologist.
Now, Dr. Anna Mackin is an evolutionary anthropologist.
Comb.
Liz and I had nothing when we were girls. Not a comb. Never had a mirror.
Suitably.
This is the only suitably empty place in the area.
Pulley.
That was to fix up the block or pulley.
Privilege.
The tests were highly discriminatory, privileging white candidates from educated backgrounds.
Infrastructure.
It's a remote area with little infrastructure.
Allocate.
We're prepared to allocate $10 billion.
Qualification.
My father was most anxious I should have some academic qualifications.
Expand.
Towns will expand to cities.
Trap.
Once inside the trap, they can't get out.
Intern.
From what I have seen, she is one of the hospital's most popular interns.
Repaint.
Look, you can't just walk into places and start repainting their walls.
Specialist.
I'm a chemical weapons specialist for the FBI.
Migratory.
Seabirds are migratory, which means they're going to keep heading south.
Nutrition.
So, your nutrition is based upon your diet.
Inlet.
Here's a saltwater inlet.
Censor.
But still, it's impossible for us to censor everything on the internet.
Widespread. There's widespread poverty and crime.
Hazard.
This is a pretty serious fire hazard.
Rear.
Shorter in the front, taller in the rear.
Shareholder.
If a company enjoys high profits, shareholders get more money.
Bid.
Bob, I'd like to bid $1.
Alight.
The whole surface of the water was alight with sparks now.
Credit.
I paid with my dad's credit card.
Shrewd.
He is a shrewd businessman.
Desert.
The Sahara is the biggest desert on the globe.
Conclude.
Mary and I had both concluded he wished you to marry him.
Explosive.
Explosive volcanic eruptions can be dangerous and deadly.
Inherent.
I accept the inherent risks of our jobs.
Worldwide.
We don't want to create a worldwide panic.
Grope.
So you have to grope around in the dark to find the switch.
Lever.
I need to pull the switching lever right now.
Ethical.
Well, every doctor has his or her own ethical standards.
Improvement.
I still love it. I just think there's room for improvement.
Vacant.
Is that position still vacant?
Truant.
That was it.
No more letters from truant officers. No more letters from school. In fact, no more letters from anybody.
Scandal.
NYPD got hit by a corruption scandal.
Latent.
The victim was in the latent stage of the disease.
Tenant.
You claim to be a tenant, yet you had no lease.
Psychiatric.
Any psychiatric conditions, history of depression.
She's a little blue.
Campfire.
The pioneers sat around the campfires to eat and talk.
Bolster.
And Miss Maudie bolsters Scout's confidence.
Immigrant.
My father was an immigrant from Italy.
Sequence.
The answers lie in a unique sequence of events.
Ecosystem.
Fishing also has impacts on broader ecosystems. Concern.
But there are always concerns about security at the Olympics.
Transfer.
I don't want to transfer to a new school for my senior year.
Exotic.
He went to all kinds of exotic places for the best ingredients.
Evaporate.
Some of the water evaporated, the rest froze.
Destiny.
Destiny can't be changed, Dean.
Hide.
Marilla turned away to hide her smiling face.
Former.
He is also a former employee of Orbitz.
Awful.
This guy smells awful. Like bad food.
Sore.
You have a sore throat.
Virtually.
Hungry bears eat virtually anything.
Tangibly.
Windscreen.
Decent.
You have a decent job and work hard.
Alluvial.
Geological movements in the ancient times created the world's largest alluvial island at the river's mouth.
Slum.
In 1875, many slums were destroyed and better homes were built.
Distill.
It is possible to distill fresh water from the sea.
Economical.
But over time, planes became more economical.
Fate.
No one decides my fate but me. I shall go.
Medication.
I take medication for depression.
Target.
But the thing is, I haven't quite reached my target height.
Independent.
America became independent from Britain in 1776.
Radius.
Travel is still limited to a 100-kilometer radius.
Fossil.
These fossils are over 500 million years old.
Shade.
The tree had large leaves, creating a nice shade.
Headmaster.
Headmaster wants to talk to my dad.
Wean.
Recently, he started weaning them off milk.
Comprise.
This firm is entirely comprised of people your age, not mine.
Stable.
He has formed a stable relationship with his girlfriend.
Disappointing.
Your results were pretty disappointing, Donovan.
Delta.
Lots of Earth's rivers, like the Amazon River, have deltas.
Urban.
30 years ago, just 1 in 5 people lived in urban areas.
Compliment.
I'm simply paying you the compliment of being honest.
Execution.
Stalin then orders the execution of 20,000 Polish prisoners.
Heritage.
This is our cultural heritage that we want to preserve.
Appropriate.
We'll make those decisions at the appropriate time.
Annual.
The annual bird migration has been going on for thousands of years.
Depict.
The oldest paintings depict plants and animals.
Literacy.
Literacy rates are rising fast.
Calculate.
To calculate the distance, they count their steps.
Luxury.
She enjoyed her new life of luxury while it lasted.
Souvenir.
I got you a little souvenir from my trip to space.
Purchase.
I would like to purchase this comic book, please.
Constant.
Growing up alone means growing up in constant danger.
Particular.
She had come to ask me a particular question.
Subscription.
Pitch.
Sickening. There's no place for that kind of violence on a football pitch.
Entitle.
Everyone's entitled to a little bit of privacy.
Shutter.
The windows had shutters on the outside.
Demolish.
If you want to build a better home, first you must demolish the old one.
Durable.
Unlike the paint we put on cars, this paint is far more durable.